The Australian banking industry is going through a major transformation. It's not just about finance anymore. Political, economic, social, and technological forces are all reshaping how banks operate. Let's take a quick look at the key external factors influencing the industry through the PEST framework. Political factors. First, political. Since 2020, Australia has introduced the consumer data right in open banking, giving customers more control over their financial data. At the same time, stricter data privacy and sovereignty. Laws require banks to store and process customer data under Australian regulations. This puts significant pressure on IT infrastructure and compliance, especially for smaller banks and fintech companies. Economic factors. Next, the economy. The Australian economy grew by around 1.4% last year, while the Reserve Bank of Australia continued to adjust interest rates. When rates go up, funding costs for banks also rise, which can reduce lending margins and impact consumer borrowing behavior. This makes banking activities more sensitive to economic shifts. Social factors. On the social side, almost all customer interactions with banks now happen through digital channels. However, public trust remains low. Only about 13% of people believe banks bring positive value to society. Customers also expect more personalized services and stronger data security. This puts strong pressure on banks to enhance their IT systems, auditing processes, data protection, and overall risk management. Technological factors. And finally, technology. AI, big data, cloud computing, and a rapidly growing fintech ecosystem are driving digital transformation. But at the same time, cybercrime and online fraud are becoming more sophisticated. Technology is both a massive opportunity and a serious challenge for the industry. Behind every market strategy and technological shift, there are people, passionate, creative, and driven. At NAB Vietnam, these are the people who turn opportunities into reality and innovation into impact. Let's discover the story of NAB Vietnam, where global vision meets local talent. Founded in 2019, NAB Vietnam, officially known as Vietnam Software Development Center CapCut, Ltd, is part of the National Australia Bank, NAB, one of Australia's 4 largest banks. NAB Vietnam is a technology and digital services company, which is proudly a technology bridge between Australia and Vietnam, dedicated to delivering innovative, human-centered solutions that make banking simpler and smarter for millions of customers around the world. Global connection. With over 38,000 employees worldwide and around 9 million customers, NAB operates across Australia, New Zealand, Asia, the UK, and the US. Its structure is built on the 3 lines of accountability model, ensuring strong governance, transparency, and effective risk management in every operation. Our people and culture. Today, over 1,000 talented professionals call NAB Vietnam their second home. We work in a culture that values openness, creativity, and collaboration, where every voice matters and every idea can shape the future. Vision and mission. Our vision is to give Vietnamese engineers the opportunity to work closely with teams in Australia and across the globe, applying modern technologies to deliver exceptional customer experiences. Our mission is to connect Vietnam's tech talent with NAB, together building a thriving community where innovation and people grow hand in hand, creating a positive impact for the future. Achievements. NAB's dedication to excellence has been recognized globally, with multiple awards between 2020 and 2025, including Best Private Bank in Australia, Best Small Business Bank, Best Bank for Sustainable Finance, according to Euromoney Awards for Excellence, Top Companies to Grow Your Career in Australia, according to LinkedIn, Investor Home Loans, Personal Loans, Online Savings Accounts, according to RFI Global Banking and Finance Awards. At NAB Vietnam, we believe that people are the heart of innovation. Together, we're not just building technology, we're building a connected, inspiring, and sustainable future. Let's take a look at the overall organizational structure of National Australia Bank. At the top, the Board of Directors is responsible for setting the bank's overall strategy, governance and oversight. Supporting the board are key committees, audit risk remuneration, and nomination, ensuring transparency, sustainability, and compliance. Below is the executive level led by the Chief Executive Officer, CEO. The CEO and executive leadership team execute the board-approved strategy and manage daily operations. The executive level comprises 12 key divisions and subsidiaries, each led by a group executive, including core areas such as operating, finance, risk, technology, secretaries, digital and AI, personal banking, business and private banking, customer, and HR. And operating through 3 subsidiaries, UBank, Corporate and Institutional Banking, CIB, and the Bank of New Zealand, BNZ. And let's take a look at these divisions and subsidiaries. The Operating Division, led by the Chief Operating Officer, manages NAB's core operations to ensure efficiency, innovation, and alignment across business functions. The Finance Division oversees the bank's financial performance, strategy, and investor relations, ensuring sustainability, economic insight, and effective financial planning. The Risk Division manages financial and operational risks, with the Compliance and Conduct Office ensuring regulatory integrity. The Technology and Enterprise Operations Division drives NAB's digital transformation, ensuring modern, secure, and efficient systems that support enterprise-wide technology and enable continuous innovation across the bank. The Company Secretary supports corporate governance, ensuring compliance and effective communication with the board. The Digital, Data and AI Division leads innovation and includes UBank and NAB's digital banking subsidiary, focusing on modern digital banking. Customer-driven financial services. UBank also operates as a company with a separate CEO and 6 functional departments. The Personal Banking Division serves individual customers through a range of retail products, while the Business and Private Banking Division provides tailored solutions for business and private clients. The Corporate and Institutional Banking, or CIB, operates as a subsidiary specializing in services for large corporate and institutional clients across global markets, America, Asia, Europe. The Customer and Corporate Services Division enhances customer onboarding, retail operations, and service excellence. The People and Culture Division, led by the Group Executive of People and Culture, manages NAB's human resources, performance, and workplace well-being. Led by the Chief Executive Officer, this fully owned subsidiary of NAB operates under the Bank of New Zealand. BNZ operates as a separate company supported by functional teams to provide retail, business, and institutional banking services across New Zealand, focusing on market growth, operational excellence, and customer trust. Coming to value chain analysis of National Australia Bank. First, primary activities. Inbound logistics, data collection. NABS gathers customer data through mobile apps, websites, and APIs. Its core banking system processes millions of transactions daily and integrates with partners like Visa, MasterCard, and Afterpay. The UBank platform enables real-time customer behavior analytics to improve service personalization. Operations service delivery. NAB operates multiple digital platforms, UBank for individuals, NAB Connect for businesses, and Private Wealth Portal for premium clients, using AI for instant loan approvals and RPA for process automation. More than 90% of transactions are now completed digitally, significantly reducing operational costs and improving efficiency. Outbound logistics, service distribution. Customers can perform real-time transactions via the new payments platform and access over 7,000 ATMs and EFT POS terminals across Australia. NAB's mobile app rated over 4.5 stars and its fraud detection systems, operating in real time, enhance both convenience and security. Marketing and sales. Through advanced data analytics and Salesforce CRM, NAB personalizes marketing for different segments, targeting Gen Z via UBank and high net worth clients through private banking. The NAB Rewards program, in partnership with Qantas and Flybuys, strengthens customer loyalty and retention. Service after-sales support. NAB offers 24/7 support through chatbots, hotlines, and self-service channels. It provides expert investment advice, transparent complaint resolution, and wealth management services. Customer satisfaction, NPS, has risen from 20 to over 40 points by 2024, reflecting strong post-service engagement. Second, support activities. Technology development, NAB invests over AUD 1 billion annually in digital transformation, applying AI/ML to detect fraud and migrating fully to AWS and Google Cloud. The NAB Labs Innovation Hub collaborates with fintech startups to drive digital solutions. Human resource management. The bank promotes diversity and inclusion, aiming for 50% female leaders and emphasizing employee well-being. Leadership and graduate programs position NAB as one of Australia's top employers. Firm infrastructure. NAB adheres to a 3 lines of risk governance model, ensuring transparency across audit, risk and customer committees. It also commits to net zero by 2050 and regularly reports on ESG progress. Procurement. Strategic partnerships with AWS, Salesforce, and Visa support innovation. A fully digital procurement process enhances cost efficiency and supplier performance. So in conclusion, from its core technologies to customer experience, NAB is transforming into a fully digital and sustainable bank. Every link in its value chain works toward a single goal, creating long-term value for customers, employees and society. About the organizational culture of National Australia Bank, NAB. NAB's culture is built on the spirit of can-do and breakthrough, focusing on customer centricity, innovation, flexibility, and social responsibility. After the 2018 Royal Commission crisis, NAB reshaped its culture from 2019 to create a more diverse, sustainable, and connected workplace. 1. Core values. 5 key values define NAB's identity. Customer first, do the right thing from the start. Breakthrough, encourage innovation and learning from mistakes. Can do, take action and solve problems proactively. Own it, be accountable, transparent, and act with integrity. One team, collaborate and support each other. These values guide recruitment, training, and performance through the NAB Way program. 2. Cultural initiatives. Culture transformation. Since 2019, over 20,000 employees have joined NAB's Our Culture journey, with engagement scores rising above 40+ ENPS in 2024. Diversity and inclusion. NAB aims for 50% female leaders, now 47%, increased representation of LGBTQIA+ and Indigenous employees, and reduce the gender pay gap to 15.1%. Employee networks such as Women's Pride, Indigenous, and Disability networks foster belonging. Well-being. The NAB Wellbeing Framework covers physical, mental, social, and financial health, supported by hybrid work policies, well-being leave, and employee assistance programs, EAP. Sustainability. NAB commits to net zero by 2050, runs green teams, offers ESG training, and contributes over 100,000 volunteer hours annually. 3. Work environment and development. NAB promotes servant leadership, continuous feedback, and empowerment. Programs like Leadership Academy and Future Fit build digital and leadership skills. Recognized as a top graduate employer 2024, NAB attracts diverse talent through its graduate and apprenticeship programs. Innovation thrives through AI, cloud, and agile culture with hackathons and NAB labs collaborating with startups. 4. Achievements and challenges. NAB ranks among LinkedIn's top companies to grow your career 2024 and won Best Employer Brand, maintaining turnover below 10%. However, it still faces the challenge of rebuilding customer trust and adapting quickly to digital transformation and fintech competition. Now, let's look at the competitive forces shaping National Australia Bank, or NAB, one of Australia's Big Four. First, traditional competitors. NAB faces heavy competition from traditional banks, investment institutions, and fintech challengers. Among traditional banks, the Big Four, Commonwealth Bank, Westpac, and ANZ compete closely with NAB. CBA challenges. NAB in retail banking and SME, lending with strong digital platforms and AUD 1,000 billion in assets. Westpac pressures NAB with competitive mortgage and business loan rates, while ANZ focuses on corporate and international clients. At the same time, investment and multi-service banks add another layer of competition, offering premium services and corporate solutions, including Macquarie Group, with a market cap above NAB, and Bendigo and Adelaide Bank, strong in regional and community markets. Meanwhile, fintechs and digital banks are reshaping customer expectations. Players like ING, OFX, UpBank, and Afterpay provide faster, cheaper, and more personalized online services, pushing NAB to upgrade its digital platforms and customer experience. Second, new market entrants. Although APRA licensed 17 new banks, most struggled due to high capital and compliance barriers, showing how tough it is to compete with NAB's scale and trust. To stay ahead of both traditional competitors and new entrants, AB moves quickly, acquiring fintechs like 86400 and expanding platforms such as UBank, AB Connect, and AB Labs to enhance personalization and efficiency. Third, substitute products and services. Digital-only banks and fintechs, including Macquarie Bank's mobile and AI services, offer alternatives to NAB's traditional products. Meanwhile, the rise of green finance and ESG-focused products pressures NAB to innovate and expand sustainable offerings. Fourth, customers. Nowadays, customers hold more power than ever. With open banking and transparent online rate comparisons, switching banks is almost effortless, and many move quickly to higher interest accounts. Fifth, suppliers. NAB partners with AWS, Microsoft, and Red Hat to power core systems, and with Visa, MasterCard, and Afterpay for payment services. While these partnerships enhance technology, they also create dependency risks. To mitigate this, NAB's supply chain management program works with over 2,000 suppliers, focusing on ESG risk control, cost efficiency, and long-term stability. Now, let's take a look at an example of a business process to see how one of Australia's largest banks operates behind the scenes. This is a process of applying for a personal loan. First, the customer and corporate services team meets the customer, gives loan advice, collects personal documents, and sends the file to personal banking. Then, personal banking checks and stores the data and shares it with the risk division for credit assessment. Next, the risk division reviews credit history, repayment ability, and loan risks. They decide the loan amount, interest rate, and approve or reject the application. After approval, personal banking prepares the contract, guides the customer to sign, and releases the money. After that, personal banking reminds customers when payments are due. Finally, the risk division monitors repayment progress, handles bad debts if any, and updates credit records for future evaluations. And that's the entire personal loan. Each process is a clear and strict system to avoid any mistakes. Now, let's move on to management and explore the key roles of managers in a company. Finally, about management roles. Interpersonal roles. NAB regularly hosts and attends finance and technology events focused on innovation and digital transformation with senior leaders like the CEO representing the bank to reinforce its pioneering role. Examples: Australia, the NAB Private Wealth Investor Forum gathers senior leaders and experts to share insights on market trends and geopolitics. Vietnam, at the National Innovation Exhibition 2025, the CEO of NAB Innovation Center Vietnam showcased digital financial solutions and strengthened partnerships with the government. A good leader is a servant leader, one who listens, supports, and empowers others. At NAB, this is shown through real actions. Leaders give teams decision-making power within safe limits, maintain open feedback via workplace, and dedicate time to mentoring, especially in diversity programs. NAB cut its gender pay gap to 15.1% in 2024 and launched the Women in Leadership Mentoring program in 2022, supporting over 500 women, reflecting its strong commitment to people development and a fair, sustainable workplace. About internal communication and collaboration. At NAB, Workplace serves as the main platform for communication and discussion, while Microsoft Teams and Zoom support online and hybrid meetings. ServiceNow digitizes the employee experience with chatbots, a knowledge library, and 24/7 HR support, reducing HR costs by up to 15%. Jira and Confluence are used for project management and knowledge sharing, ensuring smooth team coordination. Managers conduct weekly or quarterly hybrid meetings, supported by the Workplace Technology Education Hub, with hybrid collaboration now standard for about 60% remote staff. Engagement is enhanced through Voice of Nabi, pulse checks, which are internal surveys and feedback mechanisms, and our culture workshops with over 20,000 participants. When it comes to external relationship management, NABI uses Salesforce as its main CRM for partners, ensuring secure, efficient collaboration. NABI Connect, the bank's business banking platform, enables transaction data sharing and user management, while email supports quick confirmations or negotiations. Social media platforms like LinkedIn are used strategically for networking and sharing trusted insights, especially in areas like fraud prevention. Informational roles. NABI operates 3 main nerve centers to optimize data management. Customer brain processes around 1,000 customer attributes and 800 adaptive models. ADA integrates data from over 200 source systems, cutting processing costs by 50%. Meanwhile, the Central Analytics Hub leverages AI and machine learning to detect risks and support decision-making. About structured communication and transparency, NAB developed a structured communication process from CEO to employee to ensure clarity, consistency, and transparency across the organization. Workshops and instructional videos clarify changes, while Voice of NABI and pulse checks monitor understanding. When it comes to information accuracy and trust, 3 lines of accountability and own it. Culture, ensure individuals take responsibility for the information they share. NABI also maintains a single source of truth, integrating 300+ data points, supporting a trust-based culture with an ENPS above 40. Decisional roles. NAB's management demonstrates a strong data-driven decision-making culture, where leaders combine strategic foresight with technology-enabled insights to guide actions across global operations. Decisions are not made by instinct, but by interpreting data from multiple intelligence systems that connect customer behavior, operational performance, and financial outcomes. Examples: Australia, NAB's Central Analytics Hub supports senior executives in scenario planning and portfolio risk management, allowing quick adjustments in response to economic or market fluctuations. Vietnam, the NABI Innovation Center. Vietnam empowers engineering teams to propose and prototype digital banking solutions, giving management a real-time view of project efficiency and innovation potential before global rollout. About data-driven decision-making. At the core of NABI's decisional process lies an integrated MS ecosystem, including Customer Brain, ADA, and Central Analytics Hub, which collects and analyzes data from more than 200 source systems. These platforms enable managers to assess customer needs, forecast credit risks, and prioritize resource allocation. Performance dashboards support leaders in making objective decisions about technology investments, operational efficiency, and customer experience enhancement. When it comes to resource allocation and strategic priorities, decisions on funding or manpower distribution are guided by 3 main criteria: customer impact, operational efficiency, and long-term strategic alignment. Using ERP and project portfolio management tools, managers track ROI and progress across all IT initiatives. For instance, investments in cloud computing and automation were prioritized, as they reduced operating costs by up to 30% while improving service speed. This ensures transparency and accountability. Every dollar spent aligns with measurable performance outcomes. About agility and crisis management. NABI's leaders also apply structured decision frameworks during disruption. In 2024, when the bank restructured its technology division, management used real-time data from HR and productivity dashboards to redistribute roles and maintain service continuity. IT monitoring systems, including the cybersecurity platform, allow incident detection and rapid response, turning potential crises into opportunities for process improvement. Such actions illustrate NABI's ability to remain agile while ensuring stability and trust among employees and customers. When it comes to innovation and growth, strategic decisions at NABI extend beyond risk control to continuous innovation. Through NAB Ventures, leadership invests in fintech and AI, startups aligned with the bank's cloud-first, customer-focused strategy. Insights from data analytics help identify future technologies with high scalability and customer relevance. This entrepreneurial mindset reinforces NAB's role as a technology-driven financial leader, where every decision links digital capability with long-term business value. In summary, NAB's decisional approach integrates data, technology, and collaboration to ensure consistency, agility, and accountability. By combining analytics platforms, real-time dashboards, and inclusive governance, NAB turns information into intelligent actions, demonstrating a leadership style that is both strategic and future-ready.